Hi, there you are.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for meeting me today.
Of course.
Well, this is great because what we're actually doing is recording this as a reshoot from yesterday to show people what we're capable of doing online with Zoom. So I appreciate you going over a couple of problems again. This is Karina, everybody, and I'm Phil McCaffrey from 3RPrep. And this is what a Zoom video conference looks like for tutoring. So we meet with the student, and you can see the screen right here one-on-one. The student and I can talk to each other. There's a chat box. I have my cell phone, they can text me. And then the beautiful thing that we can do is, let me click back over here, is share the computer screen. So when I'm working with a student like Karina, what I do is set up a screen. So now you see the screen has changed to where we're shrunk, we're talking to each other, we're way up here in the upper corner, and I use a smartboard software, and it's loaded onto my computer, and I bought a new touchscreen computer so I could write on it. I also have a bigger screen, a touch screen that I can use. So what we're going to do is a couple of problems over again that we did yesterday, and I won't screw them up as bad. Plus the video was kind of wonky. So Karina did test number A10, and when we're done, I'm going to show the viewers how to get a bunch of tests off of our website. So here's the first problem. Karina, why don't you read it for me out loud? This is what I have students do: is I have them read the problem, and then I take the PDF that they're working on and put it on the screen.
Letter grades in Hugo's math class are based on the percent of the total possible points on 4-unit exams, each worth 100 points, and the final exam worth 200 points, and are assigned according to the chart below. The number of points Hugo scored on the unit exams this term were an 82, 88, 91, and an 83. When course grades were posted, Hugo's course grade was listed as a B. Which of the following could not have been the number of points he scored on the final exam?
So this is a classic problem. They love percent problems, and when percents are on the ACT and SAT, they always mean multiply or divide. So it's always multiply or divide something depending on whether they give you the answer or they give you the question. And so this one up here, the first thing we have to do is follow my rules and read with your pencil. And that is, there are 4-unit exams worth 400 points and a final exam worth 200 points. So 4 times 100 equals 400 points, and the final exam is 200 points. And we add that together, he gets a total of 600 total points for the test. Hugo's course grade was listed as a B. So that means he's in the 80 to 89% range. Which of the following could not have been his grades? So what we're going to do is, out of the 400 and then the answer choices, we're going to add them up, okay? So let's take this and add them up. So he gets an 82, an 88, a 91, and an 83. So he looks like he's hovering around a pretty high B, so he might have a chance at an A. And when we add these all up, you did it for me yesterday, this adds all up to
340.
304, 344. So here's 600 is the total. What I'm going to do is take the handy dandy ancient calculator that I have, and I'm going to take 600 points, and I'm going to multiply it by 0.8, which is the lowest B, and that's 480. And he's at 344. And then the highest B, 600 times 0.89, would be 534 points, which makes 535 points a 90. So 90 times 600 is 90 times 0.9 times 600. I did 90 times 600 is 540. All right, so you have to get 540 total points to get over a 90%. And how I'm going to solve this problem today, I've been I've been thinking about the problem. is let's take 540 and subtract what he has, 344 points, and that gives me 196. 196 is answer choice K. Any of the other answer choices is going to give me a B. And let's prove that. Let's take 344 plus the lowest, 136, and that gives me 480. So from 136, 156, 166, 176, they'll all fall in this range, and 540 falls in the 90 range. So that was a little bit better than yesterday, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
All right. What have you been doing with yourself now that you've been quarantined?
Honestly, just schoolwork and sitting around. A little exercise. I go on a lot of walks with my dad.
Go out on walks with your dad?
Yeah.
Walk through Shady Side? Is there a lot of people out?
Honestly, no. It's really sad. We have a main street that's usually filled with people no matter what day, and it's completely empty.
You live pretty close to what, Forbes Avenue or Fifth?
Yeah. Well, Fifth is like a 2-minute drive right on the street.
Nice. All right, let's take a look at the next problem. You read it for me and we'll see what we can solve.
What is the ratio of the total area of the bowling lane to the area of the pin deck?
Okay, so here was the bowling lane. This was a two-part problem and there was a big explanation, but I didn't copy and paste it in. So the area is 65 times 3.5 of the bowling alley. And here's the pin deck. This whole thing is the bowling alley. And the pin deck is 5 feet to 3.5. Ratios are reduced. So they're taking larger numbers and putting them smaller. And the first thing I notice is they both have the same width for the area. So I could cancel this out. So if I can divide by 3.5, and if I divide 65 by 3.5, nice thing I like about the ACT is it has a calculator on every section, 13 to 1. So 65 divided by 5, 5 divided by 5 gives me the right answer, G, 13 to 1. So in a ratio, remember, it's always reducing down. You can have a 3-part ratio, and I need to do a video on ratios. Ratios are almost always asked on the ACT. They come up a little bit on the SAT. They used to be a lot on the SAT. All right, let's go to your final problem of the day before we show people where to find tests. Read 31
Okay.
for me, Karina.
Given f of x equals 2 over x plus 1, what is or are the real value or values of t for which f of t equals t?
This is kind of confusing. Function of t. This is a pretty hard one. Functions on the ACT are usually in the easier section. When you get past the first 20, they become a medium. So this is about a medium difficulty one. And when you have function of f, the function of f, f of x, we have to substitute something. And this one says the function of t is equal to t. So what I have to do is substitute this t up for this x and this t for the function. So the function of t equals t. And the function of t is substituting t for x. That's a big mouthful. So I'm going to put 2 over t plus 1. Now it becomes simple algebra where I cross multiply. So I'm going to multiply both sides by t over 1, and I get t times t plus 1 equals 2, because when I multiply by t over 1, it cancels out of the denominator. That was my goal. So now I have t squared plus t minus 2 equals 0. Notice I did algebra in multiple steps. So I always tell students to write down their equations and act like they're in 7th grade and do every step. But if you're good at missing steps, you can get there. And so this now becomes a quadratic factoring problem. And I'm going to factor this into t plus 2 and t minus 1 equals 0. set each one of those equal to 0, the solution for this side is -2. The solution for this side is +1. So if I substitute 1 in, I get that quantity equal to 0. If I substitute -2, I get that equals 0. So the answer is +1 and -2, and that's answer choice C. So let's go back here, stop sharing, and I'm going to go live to my website, which is on my computer. Oh, I had to go to Zoom attendees. Let's go to, here's the Zoom attendees. Let's go, where's my website? Where's 3RPrep? There it is. All right, let me share this.
It was shared.
It was shared. Let's share it again. I was sharing it. Let me share this and stop sharing it. Okay, when you go onto my website, 3rprep.com, and you click this link called Student Resources, here's where you get all of the official practice tests. So right here are the free official ACT practice tests, plus our brand new solutions manual. So here are 6 ACT practice tests with solutions manuals that I've written, and you can download them. Here's also a link to the SAT practice exam and explanations. So you've got these ones. Now here's the trick, everybody who watches the video. If you put in my company name, 3RPrep, 3 capital R, capital PRP, 3RPrep, and then the password is test prep, all one word. What you get access to is a bunch of retired ACT exams and SAT exams that students have so kindly let me borrow, going back all the way from 2012 to 2019. Here are the ACT tests that the ACT really doesn't want me to show anybody, so I hope the ACT doesn't become one of the 3 viewers that watch this as I send it out to my parents and students. And then here, down here, these are called TIRs. They're test information release. The SAT calls them QASs. So I have some from 2017 and some from 2018. In 2019, the SAT stopped putting them out as booklets, so they're not easy to copy. They've given it to students in computer form. But one of the places that you can go to find a lot of these questions and answers is on Reddit, because we all know that teenagers love to post things on the internet. So I wanted to thank Karina for being my special guest today to do this recording and show people how Zoom works. Thank you so much, darling. I'm going to give you a free appointment for working with me today. So I'll
Thank
credit
you.
your account and we'll do some more tutoring. All right.
All right.
Keep your walks up. Keep your cheers. Keep cheerful. I know it's hard. I mean, I'm getting depressed too. I'm sitting here talking to a computer screen 6 hours a day and sitting at home thinking, what am I going to do? My wife was like, you were so happy yesterday. And I was like, sitting at home today. Do you have a dog? Do you walk a dog?
Nope.
No, I have a cat. So at night, the cat crawls up on me and wants petted. So I only wish I had a dog to walk. So.
Ew.
All right, Karina. Thanks for doing
Thank
this recording with
you.
me today. All right.
Bye.
Take care, hon.